Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome back to my channel AcademicTuber. Today we are going to discuss chapter 9 from grade 9 science, that is energy. Before that, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe this channel and for more updates hit the bell icon. If you want more videos related to this, please like and do share this video among your friends and don't forget to give your response in comment section. Energy. The capacity of doing work is called energy and its SI unit is joule. Sources of energy. The material which provide the requisite amount of energy are known as sources of energy. Energy can be obtained from different sources. The sources of energy are classified as primary and secondary source. The sources of energy which can be used directly to produce heat energy are known as primary energy sources. Examples of primary energy sources are wood, coal, dung, solar energy, etc. Whereas the sources of energy which are derived from primary energy sources are known as secondary energy sources. Example: water gas, producer gas, biogas, LP gas, etc. Sources of energy are further divided into two types on the basis of nature of lifespan. They are non-renewable sources of energy and renewable sources of energy. Non-renewable sources of energy. The sources of energy which take millions of years to build up and once exhausted are not easily available again are called non-renewable sources of energy. They are also called exhaustible sources of energy because once they are used, they take millions of years to replenish. Example: petrol, fossil fuel, etc. Renewable sources of energy. The sources of energy which can be reproduced in short time and can be used continuously for a long time are called renewable sources of energy. They are also called inexhaustible sources because their reserves can supply energy indefinitely. Example: wind energy, biomass energy, etc. Advantages of renewable sources of energy. Following are the advantages of renewable sources of energy. First, the renewable sources are available again and again. They are not expected to be exhausted. They do not cause any pollution. Now we are going to discuss some of the major sources of energy. Sun. The energy obtained from the sun is called solar energy. The sun provides us heat and light. Sun emits 27 into 10 to the power 23 kilowatt energy per second out of this square kilometer of the Earth's surface, receives 1.4 kilojoule of energy per second from the sun. Some facts about the sun. Mass of sun 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg, diameter 1.4 into 10 to the power 6 km, surface temperature 5700 degrees Celsius, core temperature 1.5 into 10 to the power 7 degrees Celsius, energy radiation 4 into 10 to the power 26 joule per second, energy radiation on surface of Earth 1.4 kilowatt per square meter. Thermonuclear fusion reaction. The sun produces huge amount of energy due to thermonuclear fusion reaction. The nuclear fusion that occurs under ultra high temperature and pressure is called thermonuclear fusion reaction. Here, the nuclei of light atom like hydrogen combine to form a stable heavy nucleus like helium with the release of large amount of energy. Tremendous amount of heat and light energy is released during this reaction. For example, 4 hydrogen nuclei fuse together to form a helium nucleus and release large amount of energy. Evidences of nuclear fusion. Some evidences of nuclear reaction going on in sun are as follows. There is huge amount of hydrogen which participates in nuclear fusion. There is plenty of helium in sun. There is enough temperature in the sun to split the hydrogen atom into plasma state. There is extreme pressure on the sun to combine the similar charged nuclei. Now we are going to discuss one question. The sun is considered as the ultimate source of energy. Justify the statement. The sun provides energy for all living beings on the earth, directly or indirectly. We use solar energy for cooking food, drying clothes, and generating electricity. Coal, mineral oil, etc. are the outcome of solar energy. Plants store solar energy in the form of chemical energy. It means that the plants use solar energy for photosynthesis. Hydropower is also an outcome of solar energy. Water in the river is either formed by melting of ice or raining. For melting of ice, solar energy is needed. Similarly, water of river and ocean must be evaporated for raining, which is possible only in the presence of solar energy. Therefore, sun is considered as the ultimate source of energy. Directly or indirectly, the sun is the ultimate source of all forms of energy. Wind energy is the outcome of solar energy. Biofuel and fossil fuel are outcome of solar energy. Hydroelectricity is the outcome of solar energy. Winds, tides, sea wave, they are also the outcome of solar energy. Fossil fuel. The material which provides heat energy on burning is called fuel. The fuels which are presented in the earth crust as the remains of plants and animals are called fossil fuel. Wood, coal, diesel, petrol, LPG, etc. are examples of fossil fuel. Coal. Coal is a black rock-like material which is a complex mixture of compounds of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen and some free carbon. There are different types of coal formed inside the earth like peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracite. The best type of coal is anthracite. Application of coal. Coal is used as a fuel in steam engines, cooking, thermal power station and industries. Coal is used to prepare coal gas and coke, which in turn are used as a good fuel. Coal is used as a source of chemicals like benzene, toluene, phenol, naphthalene, etc., which are used in the manufacture of dyes, drugs, explosives, etc. Mineral oil, petroleum. Petroleum is a dark-colored viscous liquid and is a complex mixture of compounds containing mainly carbon and hydrogen. It is found beneath the Earth's surface and is formed by the decay of tiny marine animals and plants' body under the Earth about the millions of years ago. For this reason, it is also known as fossil fuel. Petrol, diesel, kerosene, mobile, etc. are the example of mineral oil. Importance of mineral oil. Mineral oil or petroleum is used in transportation, it is used in heating purpose, it is used in lighting purpose, it is used to power heavy and light machines and industries, it is used in generating electricity, it is used in manufacturing fertilizers, plastic, insecticides, color paints, medicine, etc. Hydroelectricity. The energy obtained from water is called hydroenergy. If the hydroenergy is used to generate electric current, it is called hydroelectricity or hydroelectric energy. Nepal is rich in hydroelectric power with estimated capacity of 83,000 megawatt. Advantages of hydroelectricity. Producing hydroelectric power does not pollute the environment. That means it is eco-friendly. The hydroelectric energy is natural and renewable sources of energy. Hydroelectric plants have low operating costs. Hydro reservoirs are multi-purpose and used for supplying water for drinking, irrigation, industry, fisheries, etc. Disadvantages of hydroelectricity. It causes thousands of hectares of fertile land to submerge in water. For example, thousands of hectares of land of Nepal is under water of Koshi Dam. Settlement of large number of families of humans are affected. The life of the aquatic animals in the downstream of dam is greatly affected. Application uses of hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity can be used for various household purposes such as cooling, heating, lighting, cooking, etc. It is used in transportation. It is used in irrigation for agriculture. It is used in telecommunication to power electronic device. Limitation of hydroelectricity. The energy level of hydroelectricity is not constant. It varies from time to time. Sufficient flowing water is not available at all places. If proper construction is not made in the river, migration of aquatic animals are affected as well. So now we are going to discuss some of the questions related with hydroelectricity. So give two reasons to justify that the use of hydroelectricity should be increased more than that of fossil fuel. The use of hydroelectricity should be increased more than fossil fuel because of following reasons. Hydroelectricity is renewable source of energy, but fossil fuel are non-renewable sources of energy. Hydroelectricity is pollution-free source of energy, whereas fossil fuel it causes air pollution when they are used. Next question. Why higher priority is given for the production of hydroelectricity in Nepal? Higher priority is given to the production of hydroelectricity in Nepal because hydropower is the most potential source of energy in Nepal. Nepal belongs to the second richest country after Brazil in hydroelectric power potentiality due to its water resources. Hydroelectricity is cheaper on a long-term basis, renewable and pollution-less source of energy. Next question. The use of solar energy should be increased in the context of Nepal. Why? The use of solar energy should be increased in context of Nepal because Nepal is facing the acute scarcity of energy sources like petroleum products, electricity, etc. Solar energy is a renewable energy source and hence can be obtained continuously. Present status of energy consumption. According to the present status of energy used in the world, 35% of the total energy of demand is fulfilled by mineral oil, 27% from coal, 13% from biomass, 5% from hydroelectricity and 3% from nuclear energy. About 17% energy required is fulfilled by other sources like solar energy, tidal energy and wind energy. Energy demand is increasing by 2.3% per year. Energy crisis. About 80% of the present demand of energy has been fulfilled by fossil fuel. If the sources are exploited at this rate, then it is sure that they will be finished by 2076 AD. But as the need of energy is increasing by 2.3% per year, the reserve if these sources will not last after 2037 AD. The extreme shortage of available fossil fuel to meet out the ever-increasing demand of energy is known as energy crisis. Factors responsible for energy crisis. Use of non-renewable sources of energy, growing population which require more energy consumption, rapid industrialization, advanced style of life increases the consumption of energy, unthoughtful and wasteful use of energy in the past. Conservation of energy. The judicious use of energy is called conservation of energy. The conservation of energy and overcoming the energy crisis problem can be done by following means: controlling the population growth, using renewable and alternative sources of energy, judicious use of available sources of energy, using efficient fuel-consuming devices, conserving the existing sources of energy and avoiding unnecessary use of fossil fuel. Alternative sources of energy. The sources of energy which can be used instead of conventional non-renewable sources of energy are called alternative sources of energy. Renewable and perpetual sources of energy can be used as the alternative sources of energy. Example: biofuel, nuclear energy, wind energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, etc. Now we are going to discuss one by one about some of the alternative sources of energy. First, biofuel. The fuel obtained from biomass or cow dung, firewood, etc. is called biofuel. The waste material of living organisms like cattle dung and dead parts of living beings like wood, trees, straw are called biomass. The energy obtained from biomass is called biomass energy. Biogas is the mixture of methane, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and hydrogen sulfide. However, the main constituent of biogas is methane. Biogas is produced by the anaerobic decomposition of animal waste or plant wastes in the presence of water. Anaerobic bacteria decomposes these waste materials in presence of water and convert them into methane and some other gases. In this way, biogas is produced in biogas plant. The physical installation to produce biogas from biomass is called biogas plant. Uses of biofuel. The biomass fuel can be used in cooking and heating in houses. The biogas can be used for lighting. It is also used to run engines such as water pumps, etc. Advantage of using biofuel. The biofuel is cheaper than any other fuel because the raw materials needed for the production of biogas are not costly and are locally available. It has large caloric value. It is a clean fuel and does not produce smoke or harmful gases. Thus, it does not cause air pollution. After the decomposition of biomass, the residue left is a good manure because it is rich in nitrogen and phosphorus compound. Because of these advantages of biogas, we can say that the biogas plants are boon to farmers. So here is one question. So write two reasons to encourage the farmers by government of Nepal to establish biogas. So government of Nepal should encourage the farmer to use biogas because of following reasons. Biogas is renewable and cheap source of energy and can be generated easily. The byproduct of biogas is a good manure which increases the fertility of soil. Nuclear energy. The process in which the nucleus of an atom becomes unstable artificially or naturally and changes into a new nucleus or nuclei is called nuclear reaction. And the energy released in the nuclear reaction in which one nucleus transforms into another nucleus is called nuclear energy. Generally, during a nuclear reaction, there is a decrease in mass which is converted into energy according to the famous Einstein equation. E equals to mc square, where E is the energy release, m is mass loss of nucleus converted into energy, and c is the velocity of light in vacuum. According to the above equation, even a small quantity of matter when converted into energy is capable of giving a tremendous amount of nuclear energy. This fact will be clear from the following example. Let 1 gram of matter is converted into energy. Now we are going to convert 1 gram matter into energy. Mass m equals to 1 gram equals to 10 to the power minus 3 kg, and the velocity of light in vacuum c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. By the formula E equals to mc square, putting the value of m and c in the given formula, we get the value of energy as 9 into 10 to the power 13 joule, which is very high. So from 1 gram of matter, so we can get 9 into 10 to the power 13 joule energy. The nuclear energy released from the nucleus of an atom, popularly known as the atomic energy, and there are two types of nuclear reaction. They are nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. Nuclear fusion. The process due to which the nuclei of light atom combine to form a stable heavy nucleus with the release of large amount of energy is called nuclear fusion. The nuclear fusion reaction inside the core at the Sun are given below. Four hydrogen nuclei fuse together to form a helium nucleus. This reaction shows that when four hydrogen nuclei fuse together, they form one helium nucleus along with the release of huge amount of energy. Nuclear fission. The process by which a heavy radioactive nucleus is broken into two lighter nuclei of comparable masses, releasing a tremendous amount of energy, is called nuclear fission. The nuclear fission reaction is carried out by bombarding the heavy nuclei with neutrons. This process takes place as follows. When uranium-235 atoms are bombarded with slow-moving neutrons, the heavy uranium nucleus is split to produce two medium-weight atoms. They are Barium-139 and Krypton 94, with the emission of 3 neutrons. During this reaction, some mass of uranium is lost, which produces an enormous amount of energy, and the reaction is given below. Advantage of nuclear energy. Nuclear energy, it is used to generate electricity. Radioactive elements like radium is used to treat diseases like cancer. The fuel once filled can be used for a long time. Disadvantages of nuclear energy. It causes serious health hazard due to emission of radiation like alpha, beta and gamma rays. Safe disposal of nuclear waste is a big handicap. Now we are going to discuss some of the differences between nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. Nuclear fusion. So in nuclear fusion, two light nuclei fuse to form a heavy nucleus, whereas in nuclear fission, a heavy nucleus is split into two smaller nuclei. In nuclear fusion takes place at very high temperature, whereas nuclear fission is independent of temperature. The product of nuclear fusion are non-radioactive and do not cause disposal problem, whereas the products of nuclear fission are radioactive in nature and cause disposal problems. Nuclear fusion does not require slow neutrons to initiate reaction, whereas nuclear fission requires slow neutrons to initiate reaction. Nuclear fusion is not a chain reaction, but nuclear fission is a chain reaction. Nuclear fusion cannot be controlled to generate electricity, whereas nuclear fission can be controlled to generate electricity. Tidal energy. The enormous movement of water between the high tides and low tides provide a source of energy called tidal energy, and it is used to generate electricity. Advantage of tidal energy. Tidal energy is retainable, free, and a continuous source of energy. Tidal station has a long lifespan and amount of energy produced is enormous. Limitation of tidal energy. Tidal plants can cause disruption in navigation system and endanger birds and fish species. It is not useful in landlocked countries like Nepal. Wind energy. The energy processed by wind is called wind energy. Application of wind energy. Wind energy is used to generate electricity. It is used to move sailing boats. Advantage of wind energy. It is available free of cost. It does not cause any environmental pollution, that is, it is eco-friendly. Geothermal energy. The heat energy from hot rocks present inside the earth is called geothermal energy. Geothermal energy, how is geothermal energy obtained? So here is one question, how is geothermal energy obtained? The extremely hot rocks present below the surface of the earth heat the underground water and turn it into steam. In such places, two holes are drilled into the earth through which the metal pipes are put into them. Cold water is pumped in through one of the pipes. The cold water turns into steam due to heat of the rock. The steam thus formed comes out through another pipe, and the steam thus obtained is used to boil water and to produce electricity. Advantages of geothermal energy. It is a stable and reliable source that is not affected by weather or seasonal changes. It is clean, environment friendly, and economical. Disadvantage of geothermal energy. There are limited places where geothermal energy can be exploited. Further plants have to be set up nearby of the selected sites only. It has a high cost because of preliminary investigation, exploration, assessment, and drilling. So here is one question. Justify that urbanization brings energy crisis. So how urbanization brings energy crisis? So we know that increasing urbanization, it is bringing energy crisis. Along with the increasing urbanization, the demand of petroleum products has been increasing day by day to run automobiles, industries, etc. Such enormous demand of energy brings energy crisis. The urbanization of present-day world is due to the energy for heat, light, and power to meet the necessities of increasing population. The demand of energy sources is increasing throughout the world, but till now we are depending mainly on petroleum products, which cannot last longer as they are non-renewable sources and their stock is limited in nature. Therefore, we can say that the increasing urbanization brings energy crisis. Write down any 4 methods for solving energy crisis. Any 4 methods for solving energy crisis are as follows. By using the existing source of energy wisely and economically, by conserving and avoiding unnecessary use of fossil fuel, by developing and using alternative energy sources to replace the conventional energy sources, by developing and using the devices that can be operated by renewable energy sources. Next question. In the present world, the use of hydroelectricity is increasing. Write any 2 reasons. The use of hydroelectricity is increasing because of following reasons. The use of electric and electronic appliances is increasing day by day. Urbanization is increasing day by day. The use of wood as a fuel is not advised, although forests can be replenished. Why? The use of wood as a fuel is not advised, although forests can be replenished because of following reasons. While burning firewood, smoke is produced, which causes air pollution. Widespread use of firewood leads to deforestation, which affects the rain cycle. Energy crisis may occur in the world in near future. Justify this statement with 2 reasons. Energy crisis may occur in the world in near future because of following reasons. The demand of energy sources is increasing rapidly due to population growth. There is overuse of non-renewable energy sources like coal, petrol, diesel, etc. What chemical is mixed with liquefied petroleum gas and why? A strong smelling chemical named ethyl mercaptan is mixed with LPG to detect any leakage of gas during its usage. By this we have completed most of this unit energy. I hope this video was useful to you. If you like this video, please share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. Hope to get your suggestion regarding this video in comment section. See you on next video. Thank you.